As I looked across the laneways, pouring rain like piss in a toilet, I closed the blinds and took a deep drag of my cigarette. I looked at the poster on the wall, mocking me with its eyes. Another MD cast. I thought to myself, in my head that sounds like my co-host Eric, what episode is it today?
62, brother. We don't pick the ballroom, we just dance.
That we do, and dance we shall to the finest mambo this side of the Nile. I think to myself,
what a wonderful day.
What would my brother Tyler be doing at this moment?
And suddenly a beautiful dame with the voice of Tyler, my other co-host, walked through that door, a sultry dress swinging in the breeze.
His pretty His pretty lips.
You're sure raking cats and dogs out there, boys, but I say it's a good time to hit the ball.
His pretty red lips pouting, beckoning my dick towards them.
To hit the ball.
Hey.
He's a hard bitch, but he puts out.
I took another hard drag. This is gonna be a long night.
That there's a dame to shoot a load in a fucking dry washer for.
I ain't seen a dame that dumpy since Rouge the
I thought Eric was just talking about fucking coming into a washer.
Was he?
That's what you do. You know, you ever just get so angry, like you see a girl so pretty and you're like, how could something like this even exist? And then you just go shoot a load into your washing machine and continue with your day.
No.
No.
I wonder if there are people out there who get into like tumble dryers and turn it on and then jerk off in it. I wonder if that gets them off.
I feel like they might do it once and then be like, gong, 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 and then and then say, maybe I shouldn't do that.
They probably need a spotter too, you know.
You know what?
Spotter.
Yeah,
do you know like what
off.
image came up to my mind?
What came to your mind? It better not be a person jerking his dick, because that's really the only thing I can think of.
No, like a couple having sex in the laundry room, and like as the guy's about to nut, like he pulls out and just nuts in the fucking washer.
Is someone's clothes in it?
Yeah.
Oh damn, vandal.
I remember that was, sorry, that's not even quite related. It's just in a washing machine place where, like, somebody shoves a body into a washing machine in My Bloody Valentine, the original one. Did you guys ever watch that one?
I never watched it myself, but I do remember it.
I thought Eric was about to talk about the one Robot Chicken skit where it's just the robot that fucks the washer and the dryer.
That's fucked up.
It was like a
I
continuous
remember
skit.
that. I remember my mom got angry and yelled at me because,
Did you fuck the washer and the dryer?
No, like, I was watching Robot Chicken, and because of something that they said and did, she yelled at me. Like, you know the, like, snuggle, like, thing, the like, teddy bear from the, either it was, like, toilet paper commercials, like the Snuggles.
Yeah, the fucking Charmin bears?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not the Charmin bears. It was like an actual teddy bear. It was either for toilet paper or for, like...
paper towel or something.
Paper towel. Something
Yeah,
like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Or it might have even been detergent. But...
Probably detergent.
Anyway, that bear came out and was like, here's all the qualities of this, and then the dad was like, yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's like... Snuggles.
It was laundry detergent.
Yeah, and it was like Snuggles, the huggably, rapeably soft. And then my mom walked in, heard that, and it was like, you shouldn't be watching that.
Because the dad comes out and like, oh yeah, you're so soft, and then you just see him go into the room where the bear starts screaming.
That reminded me of the bear that stepped on the bear trap, the, like, gummy bear that stepped on the bear trap in fucking Robot Chicken. That was so funny to me as a kid.
Because the hunter actually came out with a shotgun and just went, boom, fuck you.
La 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 la.
Honestly, this makes me think of the music video for The Devil Went Down to the Holy Land. You ever seen that one?
No.
Yeah, it's,
Can't say I have.
I'm not surprised you haven't seen it, because it's one of those grungier metal songs.
Oh.
But it was a stop-motion one, where it was the devil, and he plays a game, and he's just out in this wasteland, and it drops a bunch of sentient teddy bears. And the game is to just shoot them all. So these teddy bears are trying to run and escape while he's just gunning them down. And it at the end, he basically gets like a bonus round, and it brings up a little thing where you see like green fields and shit, and it says exit, and the bears try to run for it. The final one makes it to the thing and jumps through it, but it's just like a glass panel, so he falls through the floor. And the devil just curb stomps him, and you see candy and shit come out of his skull.
What the fuck?
I was ready for the part where you're going to say that they were just all actual people and the guy was tripping.
No, it was Satan shooting teddy bears.
Satan shooting teddy bears.
Yep, Satan shooting teddy bears. It was actually like it was actually pretty well animated. You know, stop motion shit. Speaking
of shooting, like shooting takes, we watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood today.
My God, we did. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel about that movie. It was definitely interesting. I think it was overall a positive experience, but it was 2 hours of build-up for a fucking whack climax.
Like,
yeah.
What was truly the climax of that movie?
Violence.
Probably Brad Pitt throwing a fucking can of dog food at a lady's head.
So,
I'd say that's a pretty good climax.
So 2.5 hours just for that fight.
You know what? I kind of feel like it's worth it.
Honestly, I feel the bigger climax is when he just gets stabbed, looks at the bitch, and finds every single object he can to bash her head against. 3 times per.
Yeah.
Like he goes over to the phone, ring, 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 walks over to the fucking table, bang, 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 walks over to the fucking mantelpiece, hits her against that a couple times.
I feel like... Alright, let me ask you guys this. What do you think the meaning of the movie was?
I think it was the meaning of the mask.
I think it was just about a struggling actor, and like his first words were like, "Oh yeah, we live right next to this guy. You know, all it takes is one pool party, and like, oh, I'm in there. I'm gonna be in all those great movies he be shooting." Then at the end of the movie, like after
he gets it,
yeah, like all the cops come in, like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah."
Because what I think is like. It's like ladder climbing. And, like, somebody's got to suffer. And, like, his stunt double, he crawled so that he could run.
Yeah.
He literally fucked up 3 people so that he could survive.
Honestly, I think it could probably be about just, like...
What's like in Hollywood?
Not even. I suppose, like,
he fucked up a bitch with a flamethrower at the end.
That's just Hollywood.
I think it's just about, like, I won't even say I think this is what it's about. This is just the thought that comes to my mind. The difference between what happens on the big screen and what happens in reality. Because the thing is, the final climax thing, that's supposed to be something that, you know, as far as in movie logic goes, it is a real event. But that is, like, movie shit that happened. Where, like, one guy fends off, like, crazy attackers who are, like, spouting, like, movie lines. I am the devil here to do the devil's work.
While being high on fucking acid, mind you.
It's, like, got the fucking... It's, like, signal the dog to attack. It's, like, it climaxes with them coming out with a flamethrower and torching someone. And at the end of the day, like... all said and done, like, literally just his neighbor sitting there like, what the hell happened? Oh, yeah, some guys came in, they shot at us, I torched the last one with a flamethrower. Oh, shit.
You got a flamethrower?
It's treated just like one of the movies they would have starred in, and even though he was kind of this, he felt like this washed up creature, and even in those last scenes, he was like a drunken mess, where he was like, he just yelling at hippies. He becomes the action star because he fucking whips out the flamethrower and torches everything. Then he gets a new part, or theoretically goes to get a new part in a movie.
That movie really makes you hate hippies.
Yeah.
I mean, I already did.
Kyle, you just drew a hippie.
I know, but that one was for porn purposes.
Oh, you're so right.
It was just an object.
Yeah, it's an object. It's a woman and it was black.
Cause like it's funny, cause like throughout the whole movie, he's like, "I will never be in no Italian movie. Fuck them."
We also found out why they're called spaghetti westerns, because they
Yeah.
were westerns that were shot in Italy.
Yeah, Italian westerns.
Yeah. So that's why they're called spaghetti westerns, everyone. The more you know.
Yeah.
But like my main concern is like, even with doing only like the pilots or being the what were they called him? The heavy, like the guy that always loses in the movie.
Yeah.
He was living fine.
Yeah.
Like he was living fine inside that house of his, but as soon as he goes to do these Italian movies, he comes back and is like, "Man, I'm struggling. Like I gotta sell the house. I gotta go get a condo. I gotta make sure I have money."
Yeah, and it's also just this whack, like the absolute kind of insane Hollywood life.
Mm-hmm.
Just like all of this shit going down and happening, none of it even makes fucking sense. I don't know what the deal with all the hippie shit was.
But you know what? I got a question. Like as the guy's like opening up like the can of dog food, and he just watches it fall into the bowl.
Yeah.
That was a small ass bowl. Why the fuck was he getting a second one? And where the fuck was the kibble meant to go to?
It's a big dog.
Yeah, big dog.
But that's such a small bowl. Like, did he actually expect it to fit, or was he just gonna like mountain it up and just?
Well, you see him mound it up.
Yeah, he did.
You see him pour the kibble on top of it.
Yeah, in the first time. But I mean, like, when at the end of the movie,
Well, he didn't pour the kibble for him.
He didn't
he
pour
did the one can,
Yeah.
but the one can maxed out the fucking bowl.
Tyler,
Yeah.
he was high on acid.
I know.
And that also wasn't even his house.
It was the main guy's house, Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio's house.
I was really afraid that Leonardo DiCaprio was going to get killed in a pool again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was I.
But
As
he
soon
killed
as
someone
Eric
else
said
in a
it,
pool.
He
The-
torched the bitch.
Yeah, it's the tables turned.
Mm-hmm.
The filters changed in the pool. He poured chlorine in that one. Or I guess he poured gasoline in it and then he lit it on fire with a flamethrower he got from
Yeah.
a movie set.
Overall, good movie.
Just the way, like, he fucking yeeted that can at that girl's face. Her nose was fucked.
like,
'Cause
he was just a genuine action man.
Like, it looked like it did more damage just fucking up her nose. Like, her fucking face was caved in.
And that's also the funny thing, because
It is very funny when people get their noses caved in.
yeah, I think we should do that to someone right now.
Yeah, let's like kill someone with a rock.
Fucking, but it's funny to think about, because he was, like, he could have been his own fucking action star, which
Yeah.
is probably funny because
He's
real
a
life,
stunt double.
In real life, he could be, but like, he was a stunt double, and he always lived in someone else's shadow, quite literally, because he is the stunt double. But he could have been his own, like, fucking talented action star, because he was extremely talented.
Yeah.
We saw this man, like, parkour onto a roof and everything.
Yeah, like, just...
Well, we saw Brad Pitt stunt double parkour onto the roof. You see, that guy that parkoured onto the roof instead of Brad Pitt in that scene, he could be living the exact same life.
Which also reminds me of something.
Oh?
Have you ever seen the original Friday the 13th?
I have, yes.
Do you remember the scene where a woman's body gets thrown through a window?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a real fun fact about that.
It was a real window.
Well, it was a window that someone flew through, but the point is, clearly they use a stunt double, because, you know, you don't want to send your female actor sailing through a window.
She just goes to the window, like, fucking black, but then on the ground, she's just back to her normal
You can
self.
so clearly see that it is just this bulky dude that flies through the window. Because I'm pretty sure it was actually the stunt coordinator who stood in for that, because it was just a small...
Fine! Nobody else will do it! You want to do something right? You'll do it yourself!
Pretty much. It's just like, oh, okay, we need this scene of this girl flying through a window. Who's gonna stop? I'll just fucking do it. So he just throws himself through a window.
Just this big, brawly man.
Like, if you actually look at the clip, He's just so much bigger than she is.
I love shit like that, man.
That reminds me of that one shot where, like, in an old Western movie, like, a black guy and a white guy shake hands, but, like, when they go to shake hands, they cut, so that it's, like, it's a white guy shaking hands with the other white guy.
Wow.
Yeah. They'd shoot movies with them, but they wouldn't touch.
It would not touch.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
Right.
the Rock has actually like a stunt double he uses for all his movies
Yeah.
when he can't do like the actual like hardcore gritty scenes for it.
Mm-hmm.
And like he actually like treats him well and shit. Like last year or 2 years ago, he actually bought him a truck and like a house and everything for him and his family.
What a good lad.
Nice.
Yeah.
There was that guy, the police officer that looked like The Rock, that he ended up messaging to.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird how, like, The Rock has a stunt double, though.
Stunt doubles are they're whack and underappreciated. Like, we like to see a lot of, like, movie magic stuff and say, like, oh, you know, that's pretty neat and all that. But stunt doubles actually get set on fire a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because they've worked it down to a science. You can be on fire for, like, 23 seconds before you have to put it out.
Mm-hmm. And, like, even then, too, thinking about films and actors that, like, didn't have stunt doubles, like, looking back at all the Jackie Chan movies.
How many bones he's broken?
Holy fuck.
Do you remember that scene from iCarly where Gibby falls from the ceiling?
Yes. How could I not?
That wasn't the real Gibby. That was a stunt double, obviously. He broke most of his ribs from that.
Did you not see the fucking bounce he had? Of course he broke his ribs.
Like everyone's like, wow, that was such a good stunt fall. There was no safety. They basically just got this stunt guy and they said, all right, jump from the rafters, and he did. And the people talked to the actual actor of Gibby. He's like, oh yeah, it was a good scene, and we cut the scene. We're like, oh perfect, but he walked away with most of his ribs broken. Like he got fucked up.
Do you know what's
from
like really funny though? Jackie Chan owns like his own stunt coordination group, not group, like team, company.
Yeah.
Stop grinding your feet against the table.
No.
I can hear it. The viewers can hear it.
Well, they'll love it, just like you will.
No, they won't.
Whore.
I don't love it. They won't love it.
I'm pretty sure, like to this day, he still does his own stunts.
Probably. Man, you can't keep a good man down.
Man's like in his 50s, 60s.
I think he's like closer to 70s. Phone? Looking for phone. But, Tyler, do you remember the story that our drama teacher told where, like, he was doing the play for the Passion of the Christ, I think?
God.
And, when Christ is getting, like, lifted onto the,
He's 67 years old.
Yes. When he's getting lifted onto the cross, they hoist the cross up with Christ on it, and like obviously they don't spear his hands to it.
Naturally.
So he's just holding on and like kind of makes it so that it looks like his feet are crossed and everything, like they have spikes driven through them as well. But when they did it, they hoisted it up too quickly and then it stopped too abruptly. So he fell forwards with the cross on top of him.
Ooh.
And, like, you know, you gotta keep the show going. So they just kind of leave it there.
He is truly living up to the Jesus Christ as he's bloodied on the cross.
And you see him, like he said, I saw him stand up and he was shaking. And he can hear the people in the crowd like, oh, so that's how he died.
Man, that drama teacher was something else. Because I remember in like grade 11 or 12 when we did the prom thing for cooking, I got to see him because like he came back to like deliver a speech or something. Like,
Yeah.
oh, y'all are cool.
He came back to get his car serviced because I was in auto shop at that time.
He was skinny.
Yeah.
Like he lost all his weight and just it was like, man, you're skinny. Like it looked like a skeleton of the man I knew.
He was a skinny man. But, the Passion of the Christ thing reminded me. Remember how I mentioned earlier a video I watched about a Sam Raimi movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
For anyone more interested in this, I think we mentioned the channel before in Praise of Shadows. He did a video at time of writing recently. Haha, dated. But it was about a movie Sam Raimi did.
Why are you gonna date it when they're not gonna fucking hear it for like another month or two?
That's why we shouldn't date it.
But fucking he was talking about the Sam Raimi's movie Crime Wave that was a fucking disaster. And there was a lot of interesting stuff on that because it was shoestring budget and no one knew what they were doing. So a lot of people were doing their own stunts and shit. And no safety precautions for a lot of this stuff in Detroit. And there were bits where they had camera shots on top of cars going down the road, which was literally just people with cameras standing on top of moving cars. And there's bits where you see the cameras like wiggle and fall over. That's just the cameramen falling off the car. And there was one bit where it was a weird thing. It basically had a bunch of walls just in a line with doors, and a person was running through them and closing the doors behind her to stop a person, and the person was just walking through the doors. But at the end, she pushes the wall over, and the walls start dominoing. So he had to run back through all of the holes in the walls. They miscalculated how heavy the walls were, and they went really fast. So he honestly just got flattened underneath them.
Is he alive?
He survived, but he got injured by it.
Damn.
And fucking was it Bruce Campbell who was the main dude from
yes,
Evil Dead?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. He reflects on this movie by saying, like, honestly, I'm amazed no one got like more injured or dead. The movie was just hell to shoot. It's a wacky world of filmmaking out there.
We gotta watch fucking Apocalypse Now.
We do.
What is that?
It was a Vietnam era movie. Well, not Vietnam. It was a movie shot for Vietnam, but it was pretty rough to shoot too, because like I can't remember where they were shooting, but like it was so hot and it was so underfunded that like the director had to sell his estate and his winery to keep funding the movie. And when they needed a bunch of bodies, like cadavers and everything, they actually went and just took some instead of like getting hair and makeup people to make them. They just took actual bodies. So some of the dead people in the scenes are actually corpses, and there's this one guy in it that like he's tripping on acid throughout the movie, but that was real. He was actually tripping on acid.
Actually drugged up.
Yeah, and I think it's Charlie Sheen's dad that was the main character in it, but he gets drunk for a scene and he punches a mirror and like shatters it and like breaks a bunch of bones in his hand and like cuts up his hand. That was real. He was really hammered in that scene too. Yeah. It was a rough movie. Really good one though.
Yeah, if that one's not on the list, it should be.
It is.
But
it's just long and we need more potent drugs to watch with it.
You get high and watch it.
Yes.
Eventually. First, we gotta watch more Tarantino.
Years. We're gonna watch Reservoir Dogs next. We've been binging some Tarantino.
Yeah. By accident as well.
Kinda, yeah.
It's not like we deliberately chose these movies because it was directed by him. We just...
Did we even talk about what we watched last time?
I think we did briefly, because it was Atlantis.
Yeah. We watched Atlantis, Tyler, while you were away.
How could you?
I did.
Watch the movie I hate the most.
Oh, you hate Atlantis?
No, I'm joking. I'm pulling your leg.
Okay, I was gonna...
Actually, I love it. I wish I watched it with you guys.
I was gonna
You should have been here.
I was gonna rip one of your rib cages out.
Please.
One of your ribs out. was going to create another human being off of just simply, I was going to become God and create a female you just so that I could have you repopulate with her and then doom your race.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means.
See, I am God in this Eden that I've created.
What is Kyle and I? We have to be Cain and Abel. I'm sorry, I gotta kill you.
No, Tyler, you're...
Hey, those rules aren't specified.
Tyler, you're Adam. Kyle, you're the snake.
Okay.
You tell him about how they're naked.
So his goal is to corrupt me?
Yes.
I'm gonna come.
He's actually helping plot your own downfall. In a way.
You gotta make me eat the apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, funny apple, Monchy Crunchy.
You sure got me there. I'm gonna eat it now.
It's nice, it's red, it's like Granny
Did they ever
Smith.
specify what kind of apple it was?
No, because they probably
Was it
just
a-
thought there was only one kind of apple.
Was it a Granny Smith?
Probably not.
It's probably not a fucking granny anything.
Knowing them basic bitches, it was probably a gala.
It's probably a fucking green apple, because fuck green apple.
Granny Smith apple?
Yeah.
Man, if it was a Red Delicious, yeah, I would have eaten the apple. Any other one? I don't know.
I mean, what if it was like a Honeycrisp?
Honeycrisp.
What the fuck's that?
You don't know Honeycrisp apples?
I'm sure I do. It's just I've
I know
never
the
heard the
cereal.
name.
There's an apple called a Honeycrisp apple, and they are known...
What color is it?
They're kind of like a little orangey red.
Orangey red?
Kind of, yeah.
I think
I
I've
think I
had.
know which
Oh
one
yeah,
you're
I've
talking
had
about.
those.
Yeah.
Honeycrisps are good. I still prefer like Red Delicious.
I mean,
Granny Smith
They're-
though, no, a little too sour. I mean, I'll have them. I still like them. It's
I
just
hate it. I hate them.
like I'll have
But it makes
any
me sad
apple.
because like the green ones are usually large, while the red ones tend to be like kind of small.
yeah.
I'll have them. It's just I don't know if I would go against God for them.
I mean,
Man, I'd go up against...
What other food was in heaven?
well, that was Eden. That wasn't heaven.
Eden, yeah, Eden. Whatever.
Eden had all food, but you're just not allowed to touch this one.
So it was okay to go and like cave a deer's head in and eat the deer.
Okay.
You
but-
could do that,
Yeah.
but you couldn't eat an apple.
Because that was God's tree or something like that.
But did they have
It was the
other
one...
apples that were acceptable?
Yeah, did they have other apples?
How are you supposed to make apple pie?
Who says they made apple pie?
Why did they put apple pie on the fucking windowsills? Why did they do that?
Because the air would help cool it off.
down.
Why couldn't you just leave it on your counter and not open a window?
Well, because
But, like-
the air would cool it off
Yeah.
faster.
It'd be like a cool summer's day and you put the apple pie on the
But
windowsill.
why do these people like cold apple pie?
No,
They're
it's-
just cooling it down from coming right out of the oven.
Yeah, there's like a grace period like where it's just
I feel
too
like
hot,
they
you can't
only
eat
do
it.
that to make the fucking cartoon character float over as they smell it.
Perchance, but, it might be a real thing. Who knows? I don't
Probably
know.
is.
I'm not a granny. I don't make apple pies and put them on my windowsill. I don't think my windowsill's big enough to hold an apple pie.
I just want to just start going to farmers markets and just punching apple pies.
Why?
I'd rather go to a farmer's market and eat them.
Same.
You know what I want to do? I want to go down to one of the fucking markets that sell like mini fucking cinnamon covered donuts. I'll get me some of those.
Go Gibraltar's.
Yeah.
Are you really doxing London's farmers market, Tyler?
Are you doxing Dr. Gerbil?
We watched Dr. Funny today.
Fuck, we didn't show Tyler Booger.
We didn't show Tyler Boogerman.
Booger Man.
No, specifically Booger, the song.
Yeah, no, I think it was Booger featuring Decent Wiener.
Yeah, it was Booger featuring Decent Wiener and a couple other guys.
Yeah, we'll show you later,
What?
Tyler.
We'll show you it, but it's Booger.
Everybody in the comment section, video type editing software, look up Booger featuring Decent Wiener.
Trust no virus, please.
No virus, please send pictures of Babubis Giginas.
The boob is. Yeah, we'll have to show you Booger.
Here's Tyler's number.
I'm sure you'll appreciate its artistry.
I probably fucking won't. I'll probably curse you both out.
Probably.
fucking strangle you.
Well, what else is new? We're literally just building the portfolio of things that the fucking detectives are gonna put on the fucking counter in front of you. Like, is this why you Is this why you did it? Is this why you killed them?
You think this file? You think that file scares me?
Well, it doesn't matter if it scares you. It only comes to light after you fucking
After
die.
I kill you both.
Like, the cops are gonna fucking slam their
No,
hands
I
on the
was-
desk and gonna shine the light directly at Tyler. It's like, why'd you do it? I thought they were your friends.
I was
too
referencing The
much.
Matrix.
What?
What the fuck is the Matrix?
It's a popular movie starring
There's a fourth one coming out.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio is The Matrix.
Yeah, he is the Matrix. He was the ones and zeros.
They've actually released a trailer, and you get to choose which trailer you see. Because, like, it starts off
Yeah,
with...
it's called Google searching.
No,
the
no,
trailer.
listen. It starts off with, like, a white screen. You got a red pill and a blue pill. And you can click on either pill, and it shows you a different trailer of the movie.
If you
Wow.
click on the blue pill, it should say, fuck off. And
If you click on the blue pill, it closes your browser.
delete System 34.
System 32.
Oh, whatever.
Rule
default
34.
I default to 34.
It deletes
know.
Rule 34.
No! No!
Eric died that day.
He died with it.
That's all Eric ever does is spend his time on Rule 34.
Man. Yeah.
Have you ever looked up seductive smile on R34?
No.
Uh,
I don't use Rule 34.
I've looked up aroused face or a higo.
I was on Rule 34. I actually was on there because I was looking for references when I was doing the hippie thing, because I wanted to see what was there.
Is it like a curse thing or something?
It's not inherently cursed, but I saw the tag for seductive smile, and I'm thinking, what does the internet consider a seductive smile? Let me tell you, the answer may surprise you.
I kind of want to know.
There was one, and I'm not sure if it'll be there as high up if you're looking it up right now over there, but
You have to call him out like that.
it was this one that was just it wasn't a good image, and it had what I would barely constitute a seductive smile, but it had me fucking laughing in tears. It's one of those tags that is like Pandora's box.
What? Some good, some bad?
Who was it in it? I can find it.
Some pink bird, I think. Big anus.
Big anus.
I
Bird.
don't know the character.
Fuck, I just closed my browser. Bird, anus,
Seductive smile.
I think
pink.
it was a bird. Might have
pink
been a dog.
bird?
I don't know. They were pink, yeah. But,
Was it the one from Mordecai?
No. Also, that's very gross, Tyler.
I'll fucking sneeze on you.
You can't do that. It's COVID time.
I'm just getting a lot of regular show ones.
You're vaccinated.
Maybe I'll remove bird.
Yeah, remove bird.
Fucking hell. Stop.
But regardless, it's a... If you ever want to just go down a rabbit hole and see what weird things are in there, that's a good tag.
I'm trying to find it so hard. Seductive smile, anus. How... Okay, did you see the one of the girl from fucking Ben 10? Like, her legs are behind her head. What?
Gwen?
Gwen?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, did you see her?
Maybe.
How far? I need to...
When I saw it was like first page.
First page?
Yeah.
Eric's already on the 10th
Yeah,
one.
of course, it's probably a fairly, like, saturated thing, so it's probably been pushed down, but...
How far back did you look at it?
It was the first page!
No, I mean, like, how long ago?
Like, yeah, how long ago?
How long ago? You know what? I sent an image of the face to a friend of ours. I can scroll back and find it.
Oh, you're so smart.
I'm a genius. Anyway,
I'll
we've
remove
been
the
talking
tag
about this
anus
too
as
long.
well.
But anyway,
I'm fighting for my fucking life to find this right
someone
now.
please give me a different topic to talk about. I hate this one
Tyler.
already.
Tyler. Boom. You know, like
There's
I'm
your
giving
seductive smile.
I'm giving you the rock look
I
right
wonder
now,
what the
Tyler.
rest of the image is.
The rest of the image is bad.
I didn't find that. Are you on PayPal? I'm on XXX.
XXX.
Really?
What the fuck's PayPal?
Pahil.
Pahil. PayPal. I say PayPal because I'm stupid. Anyway,
It might be
Tyler.
Payfuel. I don't know.
Tyler.
Why give me such a stupid fucking look?
Because I said this is the signal for your topic.
What topic?
You said, like...
There's
Seductive eyes, seductive looks, seductive smile.
that
Why
is
is
just-
there so many?
I just
don't know.
I just put seductive smile. I couldn't find it.
It's weird. Anyway, time to reach into our funny bag of topics.
Tyler, I'm going to say this. Love. Do you remember the topic idea you came up with?
Will we ever find love?
No.
I'd say we already found it. I love you guys.
Fuck you.
All that build up for that.
It wasn't even build up. I'm just trying to make Tyler remember his own fucking topic he came up with.
I remembered the topic, but I wanted to play dumb. Wondering if you'd, like, give up or not.
You see, Tyler, I'm too stupid to give up. I'm literally too dumb to quit.
You gonna find the love of your life on your phone, Kyle?
Yeah, it's called R34.
It's gonna be on under the tag seductive smile.
Masturbate to cartoons.
I had a dream recently.
Oh?
So did I.
You had a dream?
I
had a fuck dream.
I'll tell my dream that I had after you guys.
Mine wasn't that bad. It was odd. There was more to it, and I think Eric was involved at some point, but I swear to God, every time Eric is in a dream, like, the Men in Black come by and erase my memory of it. But...
It's just too scary.
My dream has both of you in it.
Oh!
No! Chaos! But, in this dream, I was riding a vehicle on the road, except the vehicle was a shopping cart.
Oh.
And I had a co-driver who was a girl we knew back in elementary who sat beside me in grade 5. I don't know why, but
Tyler's just working around his diaper real quick. Don't mind audience.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I just thought it'd be funny while you tell the story. I just open up the bag.
But,
Fucking put it away!
we were driving down, like, the highway in a shopping cart. Just a shopping cart, by the way. We were basically on a downward slope, and we were just rolling with momentum while sitting inside of it, and just steering it by pushing it to the side.
Based.
And eventually we reached downtown, and we had to dodge double-decker buses, and we eventually stopped because we got hit by one.
Nah, you sure stopped.
And then we went inside like a cafe and just chilled. That was my dream.
Eric was your waiter.
Probably. He probably didn't wait.
He walked over.
He walks over like some kind of gorilla going.
Some baboon went.
What kind of cafe was it?
Very spacious, domed ceiling, glass. A lot of people standing around, but there were no tables.
So, are you sure it's like a cafe or not like some
I think
ball?
it was. I think people were drinking coffee.
Was it like some get together in like a fucking hotel, fucking chill
Oh, it
area?
wasn't a hotel. But there were just no tables.
All of the bathroom doors were sealed, and I just poured laxatives in all the coffee.
Yeah.
The funny poop moment.
Yeah, big funny poopy. Also, for one of my classes in college, I have to discuss dreams with people. And we have to try and find meaning in our dreams.
So what do the people think?
And I'm sitting here like, how am I supposed to explain Tyler dreams to these people? Because, like, I have three options with dreams. Dreams about fucking, dreams about murder, and dreams about Tyler.
You know, that's something that I did want to bring up. I do have it on the list. So recently, just this, like, a weekend or so ago, there were 30 counts of sexual assault on the college campus or surrounding the college area. And supposedly all the students were walking out in protest against it. And I thought about how funny it would be, since you're doing online classes, that at the time they were doing it...
You just walk out.
You just walk out of your house and just stand... You just stand on your front porch.
What a mighty fine day.
They probably still expect us to do the work with laptops.
You're just standing out there with your laptop and everything.
Terrible that that's happening, but, like... Just you standing out there with your hands on your hips, just looking at the sky like you have a picket fence sign on your fucking...
We actually saw a thing that went out, because apparently, like, there were a lot of cases of date rape going on at a place. I won't bother naming the place, but a university. And I guess people were trying to, like, goad my school into doing it. Because they're basically saying how we did this and got away with it. And someone winds up sending a Discord, like, showing this Discord message from someone who had everyone's like, hey, all you girls, you best stay inside because you're going to get raped!
Yeah, that's the thing that got reported on the news.
Yeah, and
What the fuck?
It's like, you know, you best not get anything to drink unless you want to come down here and find out you're going to get raped. He said that like 3 times.
At least he gave like a warning.
Yeah, sure, man. But it was fun. It seems just so comical and stupid. But it's like, you know, I believe it. Sure.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't have. Well, I mean, I'm not in danger. I'm not a gal, so I'm not in probably danger. But regardless,
if someone was,
do you have a hole, Kyle?
No, I sealed it shut.
After he heard the story, he got that super glue.
Cauterized. You got so scared from it that you shoved a fucking hot road spike up your ass.
Yeah. When we finish the podcast, I'm gonna put cement in my ears and sew my mouth shut.
Based.
You're
anyway, Tyler,
go yourself.
Yeah, pour resin in a helmet. Just put it on.
Anyway, Tyler, you had a dream.
Tell us about your dream.
This is like another Tyler dreamscape type deal.
Hell yeah!
I want to go to your dreamscape. The amount of times
I want to
that
live
you
there.
go to it.
You don't want to. This one was fucked.
Ooh.
But it started with, everyone knows what's that fucking movie called? The one where you can't make any noise, otherwise like an alien will
A Quiet Place.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, The Quiet Place.
It was that kind of deal, like, where it was like just a common occurrence. Like, people, like, it got to the point where people just like trying to live their lives. Like, okay, if we make sound, oh well, we're fucking dead.
Yeah, you die.
So it started with me with a group of people just trying to head to a place, you know, just chilling, vibing. Someone makes a noise, we all like scatter like fucking roaches. I end up in a house and I just see this like crazed woman just slowly turn around, stare at me and start screaming as she chases after me. And the fucking alien just came through the window and just...
Abuse the
I just managed to escape, but here's the fuck bit. Like the sanctuary of the dreamscape was a school.
Oh.
And a really big one at that. And I've seen this school multiple times, so like it was the kind of deal where I can control what I do in the dream. So like I knew where to go, how to avoid certain things. And it was just a case where, like, it was just an average day, you know, everyone's talking, everyone's vibing in the school, then suddenly it's like prom day and everyone's fucking dying. You fucking look down the hall, you just see the aliens scurrying fucking towards you. So it just becomes like a fucking survival horror movie.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I got to the end of the hall, I turned around, I saw an alien, and I woke up.
What? Where were we in this?
We were booling at the beginning when we scattered like cockroaches.
You were just like... Actually, I remember now. It had like, you know, the college we both went to.
Yeah.
It had that kind of like landscape where it had like, you know, like your restaurants and stuff like that.
The food court area.
Yeah, so it had a food court. It was just you, me, Eric, our good friend Connor, and someone else. I can't remember their name. And we were just walking, we're just chilling, we're just vibing. Just vibing in the food court, like, oh yeah, let's go get some food, let's hang out and chill. And we're just walking back to our lockers, eating some chips, drinking some pop. And then it goes to prom night, and yeah.
Skips the prom night.
Yeah, it was weird. Because, like, it was just a mixture of a bunch of schools I've been to, just in one building, but it seemed so big. Like,
they always seem big in Dreamscapes.
Like, it was weird, because, like, but it's not like it was just us there. There was actually, like, other people there as well. Like, the school was filled. And there was actually people, like, working at the restaurants and stuff like that. So it was pretty fucked. It was pretty weird. Because it was just, like, reliving high school whenever we went out on Fridays.
What dream did you have, Eric?
Okay. So... I had a dream that there was a metal band with the gimmick that their music was so good that they had to have, like, restraints. Otherwise, people would kill themselves if they heard their music. So they made their restraints, like, they just wore bondage gear and, like, other fucked up shit. Like, the drummer had his arms tied together, and so it was just like, womp, womp, and like he had it so that like he could work the foot pedals, but like his arms were tied together so he could only hit one fucking...
Like fucking full gimp status.
Yes. And, alright, so that was the drummer, and then the singer had a gag ball in his mouth.
You have a fun time singing with that.
So he's like... And the guitarist had like a vibrator in his ass, like one of those ones where like you can...
I think that defies restraints.
I know, but like the way that it worked was like it was like, you know, the ones that like you can change like how hard it vibrates,
how loud the crowd is,
so
dictates
like
he'd
be like
intensity.
shredding. No, he'd be shredding, and then the guy off to the side controlling it with his phone would be like changing it. So it was like, and it was like, what? And then the bassist just had it the worst, where like he was just getting fucking Eiffel Towered, like he was in like one of those like bondage things
fucking
where
sex
like
swings.
Yeah, he was in a sex swing, and like the bass was like just kind of hanging below him, and he was playing it, but like his throat was getting fucked and his ass was getting fucked. And it was like, this was one of those manufactured bands, like, you know, the ones that like were made by like companies that it's like, okay, we're gonna create this band and we're just gonna pump money into it and keep feeding them like songs. And like they just did that for 12 years. That's how they performed. That's how they trained, and then they just said, okay, you're free to go. And then they took all the bondage gear off, and then they just made the craziest music after, like just tortured souls.
That's fucked up.
Like
the funny thing is, that reminds me of a comic I read once.
Oh,
what?
boy.
All right, so there's a porn comic out there. It's called The Rock Cocks. I'm serious.
Are you sure it's not like the porn parody of like School?
No,
of Rock?
it's an actual like porn comic.
I don't
just
think
made
that
by...
one's legal, Tyler. They're all children.
It's made by an independent creator, but it's basically about It's basically about this this girl and her boyfriend who
Cried a river to drown the whole world.
they basically want to make a punk rock band, so they quit their jobs and go to do that, and they, by sheer luck, they get picked up by a big record label, and porn ensues. But
Nice.
they were on their, basically they were living out of their van, and they were completely like dead poor, and it's like, okay, our big break here is to perform on stage at this thing that's going on, where a battle of the bands, basically.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone, like, the bands are like themed and stuff, and there's all this stuff going on. They're like, we don't have money, all we have is instruments and like whatever garbage we can procure. What they wind up doing is they make themselves like fetish wear out of garbage bags, and they specifically write songs that are supposed to be erotic, so that when they play, everyone just gets really horny, and that's how they made their name for themselves.
So people are just fucking in the
Yeah,
crowd.
they basically, they start playing their song and they turn the whole show into an orgy.
Nice.
And, you know, I didn't finish it because I was actually kind of interested in it at the time. I wanted to see where it was going, but it was an ongoing thing, and so I haven't actually kept up with it in a while. But I like the art for it.
I hate
Pretty good.
stuff like that, but then
Have you gotten any further through Fulgrim?
No.
You should.
I can imagine why.
there's like an orgy happening.
An orgy already happened. It was an alien one.
But there wasn't music.
I mean, there was.
Wasn't the same.
Regardless.
By the way, I fucking love Sanguinius.
Yeah, Sanguini's pretty cool.
He's fucking dead.
Fuck you, Tyler.
He's fucking dead. He was killed by Herpes Derpus.
Who?
Herpes Derpus.
Who's that?
The War Master.
Oh.
Killed by a fat bitch.
Horace Lupercal.
Whore ass calories.
Lubercal.
Yeah, looby calories.
Whore ass lube, California.
Fat bald bitch.
Do we have another topic? I don't like this one anymore.
Why? Because we're talking about fetish gear? Or Horace?
Honestly,
Horace.
barely. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I've lost the plot.
You guys... We never answered if we'll ever find love.
I did.
I think we can. I don't think we're too far gone. I'm being cautiously optimistic.
Yeah?
I think we can find love.
Probably somewhere. Over the rainbow.
I'll find love when I find a leprechaun with gold.
I would fuck the leprechaun.
Alright, would you fuck a lady with a beard?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on if the rest of her looks good. Is it a well-maintained beard? Or are we talking? Are we talking like my facial hair, or someone who actually like has self-respect?
I mean...
Well, if it's gonna be a lady, then
okay,
it will
a
be...
bearded lady.
Yeah.
From, like, the circus.
Yeah, then it will be a well-maintained beard. Because, like, no woman would let her beard go fucking ape shit like you.
Thanks, man.
You know what I realized, too, speaking of facial hair?
What?
If I look down at my... Like, if the sun's behind me, and I look down at my shadow, it looks like I have, like, the head of a lynx, just from, like, the fucking sideburns.
I mean,
Because
it
it's
looks
fucking
like it
growing
is
out.
looking at you. Like, I've used D&D tokens that look like you. Honestly, you just look like a halfling. Like, you look like the cliche halflings from the book, like that one who's dancing playing the lute on a table.
But yeah, beard is well kept.
Okay, but it's kind of long.
Of course.
It comes to a hooked point.
Yeah.
It looks like Jafar's.
Hell yeah!
Okay, that's pretty impressive. I'll give her that. But
What if she had a unibrow?
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't judge on. I'd be fine with that, I guess.
What if all 4 of her front teeth were missing?
Yes.
She could stick her tongue out through them.
Better for dick sucking.
Are you
Do you have a needle cock?
Are you just
Maybe.
seeing how far we can go before I
Yes.
say?
He didn't even say yes to the original
Yeah,
thing.
he's kind of leaning towards no.
I don't know. I just like piling shit on.
I know.
I know.
Like, are you trying to get me to say no at this point?
I don't know. I'm just saying shit.
She just got like orc tusks.
Yes.
And she's like,
Those are nice.
But she like only likes to fucking suck your dick. But you get dangerously close to those tusks.
What if her
Yes.
pussy has tusks?
What?
How the fuck does that work?
Have I explained the concept of like
Tooth
pussy
vagina?
antennas, like alien pussy, where like the it kind of like how the fucking folds meet at the middle
Yeah.
and the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, imagine it continues out, but there's like antennas swooping around. Imagine that, but they're tusks.
Yes.
How the fuck does she sit down?
She has to, like,
she doesn't.
file them down.
File down. Ooh.
What about teeth?
That reminds me of a thing I've seen. I've seen a thing where it was like,
Vagina bubbles from hell.
no, but kind of. It was like,
You had
What?
a visceral reaction to that, Tyler.
Yeah.
Have you not seen Vagina Bubbles from Hell?
No!
Well, I haven't either, but I know the saying.
it was like, it was like the poos was a big alien. It's like it like flowers open.
Like
And
a
it ju-
predator
and-
mouth.
Yeah, and it's like inside. There's still the hole in there, but
Okay,
it just
so
kinda,
it
like,
looks
grabs you.
Alright, it looks exactly like a predator mouth then. How about that?
I guess.
But listen. Do the predator mouth, like, extend out where it can grab my hips?
So you want the big pussy.
I want that queen pussy, you know?
Gonna have to go down to Texas for that.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Because then, like, at that point, I ain't gotta do no work. She could do it for me.
Tyler, this is no time to be lazy. You gotta treat a lady right. What the fuck are we talking about?
We're talking about like suction pussy. Like you put it in and then like it like you know how contractions work where it's like pushing the baby out? It's like sucking in instead, you see. You know.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
How?
By saying that.
By like okay. Vaginas are designed to push out babies. So how is it ruining it if you just reverse the polarities?
But you just had to give that as an
Reverse
example instead of just
polarity.
saying
Yeah,
the pussy sucks.
Yeah, the pussy sucks, bro.
So you had to go like, oh yeah, just like how babies get pushed out, it has to be the
This
opposite.
is what he does! We already knew this!
He ruined the whole thing.
Okay, alright, imagine I didn't say the baby thing. Are you enticed?
Yeah.
I'm just putting realistic twists onto it.
But this is
I don't want the real
unrealistic thing, Eric.
You don't want the
You
real
always do this.
Okay, think about like a... Okay, you want to fuck like a furry dog woman? She's got like 8 nipples.
Okay.
Benefits.
I'll suck each one.
Very cool.
You know what's gonna happen after?
Cloacas.
You know what's gonna happen after I'm done?
Alright, she looks like an actual dog.
I'm not fucking a dog.
Good.
Neither am
I'm
I.
proud of you.
We already had some confused feelings on the cat from Dark Souls 2.
No, I wasn't confused. I know exactly what I wanted to do.
Shalquar.
Man,
Man, what?
I hope she. I wish, like, at some point in the story, she just reverts to a human.
She just dies.
I don't care if she does that.
I kind of.
I'm just a soul whose intentions are good.
No,
Oh,
no, they're not.
please just let me fuck the cat.
Your intentions are to fuck the cat. That's not good.
I'm just misunderstood.
That's what every school shooter
We need
said.
a new job.
You know, Did I ever tell you about how one of my coworkers said that I was a school bomber?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
I would believe it. I'd say that shit.
I would never enact violence upon another human being.
Right now, you look like you're like a couple steps away from dressing like a Columbine shooter.
I was literally going to say that.
You see, that's the worst part about my existence. Everybody thinks that I'm a monster.
Everyone's thought he's a monster for so long. He's actually turning into one.
If it makes you feel any better, people think the same thing about me, except just they look at me and say, "Wow, you're a fucking ugly beast."
Do I ever tell you like how much my dad just talks about you?
You know, your dad talks about me.
Cause he'll ask me like, "Oh, hey, how's your friends doing?" I was like, "Yeah, they're doing good." But we talk here and there, like we're just vibing, chilling out. He's like, "Yeah, well, what about the one that wears the fedora and trench coat?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's Kyle. He's doing fine."
I'm alive, surprisingly.
Does he ever talk about me? I need to start harassing your family more.
Look, all you gotta do is permanently stain your reputation like me, and then you're in the clear.
I haven't already?
You gotta have a beard at fucking grade 8.
I can't turn
helps.
back time.
Well, what a shame.
I feel like I'm trying to make up for it by having a stupid one now.
Did you actually measure out where the fucking mask goes?
No.
You just randomly went.
I just eyeballed it, dude.
Did you do that today, or did you actually wear a mask today?
Nope.
So something must be right.
I mean, I'll give you this. You make it work.
You see, I operate on the prerogative that, a lot of people are not going to go further than inspecting. It's like, hey, you aren't clean shaven, your mask is gonna get fucked up. And I'm like, and then I pull my COVID mask down, and I'm like, no, you see, I shaved around here so that the mask can fit around here so that there's a proper seal, and then say, oh, okay. They don't actually go and check. I don't care if the mask fits right.
Safety.
Safety sucks, dude.
Yeah, man.
Any other topics in that list?
If you were to replace the main actor in any movie with one of us, which movie would it be?
And which actor?
That's one that Kyle came up with. I had to go back and reread it twice so that
I came up with it for a very specific reason, because I was just going to say Eric would be Wolverine.
You said this another episode ago.
I know!
You know what role I'd love to see Eric in?
What?
Tommy Wiseau one.
So his only one, The Room?
Yeah, that one. No. It has to be the disaster movie.
The
one.
Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
You know?
Tyler. It'd be funny to see Eric talk to Tommy Wiseau, acting like him.
I'd like to see you in Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
I don't know what movie that is.
Hey, it's Cool Cat.
It's a movie about a dude who is Cool Cat, and it's just a dude in a bad costume, and he teaches kids about not bullying, and he gets bullied. And
What?
I think it would be really, because it's intended for kids, so it's not great. I think it would be really funny for either you to be Cool Cat and get bullied and be like, "That's not nice." But I think it would also be really funny if you were the bully kid, because it's just this kid who's like, "I'm gonna spray paint his wall." I think you'd be really good for that part.
I think that we would be great 80s bullies. Just the three of us.
You already got the look.
I think we would fit, make Tyler, if Tyler was a bit shorter and Eric was taller, we could be an old
the generic
cartoon, greaser bully gang.
Yeah.
We got thin skinny man, the dumpy wide man, and then just, I don't know, me with a stupid pompadour or something. And every time we walk up, we're like snapping our fingers, and we're like, hey.
I have to
plays a
be
little jazz
always
tune.
slack-jawed, too.
Always slack-jawed.
Like, my mouth is just always open. I don't know
and
how to close it.
Your knees are never straight. Your knees are constantly slightly bent, and you got posture like a fucking crescent moon. Yeah.
You know what would be the perfect role for you?
What?
Just for this one scene, I'd love to see it. Do you remember Cat in the Hat?
The live action one?
Yes.
Okay, kinda. Never really watched it.
We're adding it to the list.
Oh no.
I don't want to watch it.
We're gonna fucking watch it, Aaron.
I don't want to watch Alec Baldwin fall out of a sink.
We're gonna watch it high.
God damn it.
That'd be the perfect movie to watch high.
I don't want to watch it.
We're gonna watch it.
I don't want to watch fucking Cat in the Hat.
But you'd be the babysitter lady.
Oh no.
It would just be funny to see fucking
Why?
Kyle passed out, put on a hook and into the fucking closet, only later to be fucking used as a fucking dinghy as they slide down a water slide.
I think this is Tyler's plan to murder me.
Only to wake up in the end, be like, yeah, they were fine, nothing bad happened.
Everything was fine.
I feel
I like how I don't even act in this.
You
Tyler.
don't.
I feel like you would be a great replacement for the guy that, like, pings off of the rotor in the Titanic when he's falling down.
What do you mean?
There's a guy in the movie that, like, you know the propeller at the back of the boat?
Yeah.
It's spinning, and when it's up in the air, a guy falls off, hits it, and then falls into the water. I think he'd be great for that.
Tyler, I'd like to see you as Indiana Jones.
All I'm saying is that whip would break.
You're just sitting there like you're at the altar, and you switch it out for the bag of sand, and then it starts singing. You go, oh,
Oh.
The
Did you
boulder,
see a fat man run like this?
the boulder starts rolling, but you just double over and you start rolling faster than it.
And the best part is, honest to God, when I think of you as Indiana Jones, I just think of, like, a Family Guy parody. It's like the Family Guy Star Wars where Peter Griffin is fucking Indiana Jones, but it's you as Peter Griffin.
I'm
That'd
thinking
be
of, like, the
funny.
fight scene that he has around the plane with, like, the big Nazi and, like, the big muscular Nazi.
Yeah.
He would, like, punch you in the stomach and you'd be like...
There's the bit where the guy comes out swinging the scimitar, and you're sitting there like you also got the shits and you don't want to deal with this, so you're just sitting there like everyone can tell you're not right, and you're like, ooh, hold on, you just pull out a gat and go yeet.
No, you know what I do? I'm so pissed off that the shit's so bad. You just go. You just. I just imagine like the fucking one scene where he's running through the forest, getting like the blow dart shot at him. I make it onto the plane, just look behind me, just my back is covered.
You're sitting there at gunpoint looking at the villains. It belongs in a museum, bro! Like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, there's a market.
I can imagine you as Samuel L. Jackson's character in Jurassic Park, Kyle.
Fuck, who did Samuel L. Jackson play in that?
The guy that got his arm ripped off by velociraptors. In the first one. The very first one.
You know what would be amazing?
What?
Eric replaces Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django.
He still says the N-word.
Yeah.
He's the house slave and he's not even black.
He is Irish. They're pretty much the same.
Woo!
He's a house changer.
I thought you said that I was already Big Daddy from fucking Django.
No.
You're just everyone in Django.
I guess so.
Oh.
Even the slaves.
Yeah. You throw yourself in the box.
I just imagine Eric's holding behind his shirt, just goes,
I'm whipping myself.
What about an action movie? Like a genuine action movie. Who do you think would be in what?
Depends how genuine are we talking, because I
Like
think
Matrix.
it'd be really funny to watch. I think it'd be really funny to watch Eric play the role of Bruce Willis in Fifth Element.
Oh.
I've never watched Fifth Element.
I watched it fairly recently. It's a wacky, weird movie.
We're adding it to the list.
Okay.
It's actually like a great movie.
Why would it be funny?
Because it's just... You too have bald energies of Bruce Willis. But it's just because he does some wacky stuff in it and pulls some weird one-liners.
He's Chris Tucker. You are the black guy on the ship?
The fucking radio host?
Yes!
Oh,
That's
God,
Eric!
I hated the radio host.
He's like the best character!
He's this fucking radio host and he comes out...
Oh, is he the one that's like auto-tuned?
Yeah, he literally has like his own
Okay.
mic.
Hey everybody, I'm here on the radio with my boy!
That would be Eric. That...
He's wearing this god-awful tiger skin or leopard print fucking like cat suit.
That or the main like leader of like the alien group that's like holding up in the hallway, or like where he's negotiating.
The fucking the bad aliens. Who like, shoot all the dudes.
Yeah, like when they're trying to like negotiate with fucking the main guy.
Yeah.
I said that you would be a Star Wars character, Kyle, when we were playing Dark Souls, and I said something dumb, and then you were like,
Was he replacing Jar Jar?
no, it would be like
just random
a main
alien.
character would like say something, and then like an alien would like cock its head and look at the camera and be like,
You would replace Yoda.
No. I'd be Greedo.
No, you can't die. You can't die already. You know who I'd love to be?
Wait, no, that was Watto.
yeah, Watto.
Yeah, I'm talking Watto. I could also be Greedo, but that'd be unfunny.
McClanky.
McClanky.
I'd love to be Neo from Matrix. How funny would it be to see a fat man like me doing all those
Just the
moves?
scene-
You'd
The scene
bend
where you have to
backwards, but then
dodge
your
the
stomach
bullet.
would just get shot open.
Instead of like...
No. In the slow-mo, you see my stomach go down to dodge the bullet.
It's a very obvious stunt double.
No, it does the wave around
like,
the bullet.
From fucking...
like a fucking High School of the Dead.
Yes!
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
I just imagine rather than like bend backwards, you literally just fall backwards. Fucking... Who would I be in an action movie? Nobody.
You know what would be funny to see?
What?
You replace fucking Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing.
You as Rambo.
Is it because I also look retarded?
I would love to see like you creeping up on a guy and your lazy eye is like looking us elsewhere.
Just using my peripherals.
You're just like hell bent on
Just
him.
you having a breakdown at the end of the first one. It's like, back in them, I can pilot helicopters.
The war is over!
That was funny today when I was like drawing comparisons between me and DiCaprio's character.
What every time in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, we started drawing comparisons between Eric and Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and it is staggering how much of a mentally unstable creature they both are. Some of the things he says are honest to God things you say and do.
Eric's just sitting there, just like reading through a book, and all I hear is
like, there's just a bit where he starts like freaking the fuck out in his cabin because he fucked up a line. He looks in a mirror and says, "You fuck this up, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out." And I'm like, yeah, that's Eric.
I can't believe I act like a damn bamboo.
The part that we drew the most to was like when he was first freaking out after he talks to
The little girl.
no, Scarface, what's his fucking name?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
when he's out in the parking lot and he's just slowly breaking down into tears. And he's
I'm a has-been, man.
It's like, oh, what's wrong? Fucking has-been, that's what's wrong. And the way he said it sounded exactly like Eric when he puts on that voice. And like the cadence he used was also
and then I
same.
mimicked it and it was perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's just you, Eric.
I just run out of water in my basement. I'm gonna fucking die out here!
Oh, it was too much. Absolute abysmal.
Do we have any other topics?
I don't know, you're the one with the topic.
Oh, I'm all out.
Where are we at?
Oh, alright, Eric.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I make that joke every time.
I know.
We're at an hour 16.
The lava lamp isn't on because I refuse to turn it on anymore.
Yeah, now it just looks empty and desolate.
Don't touch it. I don't even want to have it on. Because I know you'll be, no, it's not working. It's not working. Yeah, it's off now.
Off the rail.
Is it rats? No, it's not
I
rats.
thought that was
That's
just
full
your brother
people.
flying off a chair and into
That's
a wall.
that's full people walking around, Tyler. That's not rats. We don't have
That's
any rat
squeaking?
action yet. No, it's not rat action.
Reaction.
Or is it? Hold on, that was
I
like
heard
more.
like over there.
That was more centered over. That might have been rat action. Everyone,
Rat action live.
I
in
heard like
studio.
genuine like rat squeaking.
genuine rat squeaking.
It wasn't no creaky floor.
I hope it's a shiny.
How scary would that be?
A shiny rat? Kind of weird.
Like,
It's like on the same level of the guy spray painting the cockroach silver.
like you're just used to seeing rats around your house, and suddenly one of them's just albino. You're just like, ooh.
I'd be less worried about an albino. I don't know. A white rat seems more inviting to me.
Because it's like the white rat seems more of like an actual pet than a normal rat.
They have red eyes too.
Yeah, and I think that's cute.
I do too. I used to work
now,
with
I
rats.
would be scared if it was like purple like a rattata.
Those ones carried the plague.
Yeah.
That's how they actually defined them back in the France era.
Yeah,
Of
they would
disease.
throw them at people to duel. That's the origin of Pokemon duels.
Yep. Back in France, people made their plague rats fight each other.
Yep, they called it rat fighting. Eventually they tried to replicate this with chickens, but it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, it was cockfighting.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that where it was like the 1,000 Ways to Die where the guy tied razor blades to the fucking cock's feet and like he tried to pick it up but it slit his throat?
No, I've never watched 1,000 Ways to Die.
Man, there's so many fucked ones. Like, there's this one where the guy's at, like, I think it's either, like, an ex's, like, party, like after, like, getting married or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
An after party?
No, there's actually, like, a name to it. But anyways, it's either that or just, like, a random party he was at, but, like, he really had to shit. So he runs outside, like, all the toilets were being used and stuff
then
like that.
he fell on his bottom.
He saw a trash can, so he went to it squatted it, and got stuck.
Hmm?
Turns out this trash can was on a hill.
Oh.
So he went tumbling down and fucking died towards the end.
Oh, that's
Nice.
fucked up. I guess you could say that's a shitty way to go.
That's not even the worst one I know.
When you gotta go, though.
I know plenty of worse ones from 1,000 Ways to Die. It was never like the impact ones or like the like physical trauma ones. It was always like the disease or like pesticide or like any chemical thing or
There was the X-ray one. Do you know that one?
remind me.
This guy was going for an X-ray for like his teeth or something, like just to check it out.
It irradiated his gums. Or his gum, and then it became the indigestible wad.
His one gum.
Here's what happened. The person that was like taking the X-ray pictures, suddenly a guy came in. They started having sex,
Cool.
and as the guy is like pounding into the lady, she's pressing the button, pressing the button, pressing the button, and you just look through the window, and the guy's going, and his face is just burned to a crisp. Fucking,
That's hokey.
fucking died from the
Yeah,
radiation.
there was like also the Charlie Sheen one as well.
Which one's that one?
They were like, let's call him Harley. And like, it was a special operative that just ended up shooting a guy. And they did it for publicity because that's when Charlie Sheen was going crazy and running around with a machete. And he had tiger's blood.
Yeah, tiger blood, I remember
Where
that.
like a guy, it said, let's call him Harley. And then he got killed by just a guy with a silenced pistol or something. I think it was something along those lines where he fell on his own fucking machete. It was fake. It was just something made to like get views.
Naturally.
Charlie Sheen's still alive, I think.
Surprisingly. The guy has fucking AIDS, his liver, I'm surprised, still even works.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald died before him. What the fuck?
I got two interesting ones. The one I was going to mention before is, apparently it's a thing in the States somewhere, probably like fucking Nevada. It's called the Kiss of Death. Where two, like, emo punk style, where they have, like, all the piercings and stuff.
Where their things get stuck to each other.
Yeah, these things get stuck together and both their heads rip off.
Yeah, they were doing that in a car, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 cars and, like, a truck came by and, like, they couldn't pull away because, like, the shit, like, the tongue rings got stuck.
Yeah.
And the other one is a funny one. It was a furry orgy.
Oh, yeah, the bear one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we talked about this one before.
The guy was, by himself and found a bear and decided to
Yeah.
have some playtime, and he's like, nah.
Nah, bro.
There's not much good bear furry porn.
I mean, it's all bara.
Yeah,
What was another funny?
we said that fairly casually.
Because that's the whole point of the show.
Yeah? No, I don't.
That's what the
Tyler,
point of
I
the
think
mask
you're on a
is.
different wavelength from what Tyler just fucking said. Or Eric just said.
That's what the point of the mask is.
Yep.
There's the one of the guy literally dying
Do
from
you-
his...
Think that someone's made a dream fursuit yet?
Yes. Without a fact, someone has.
Without a fact.
I don't have a single fact.
I don't have any sources.
Don't check them. I don't got them, but I know.
Isn't that the saying?
Without a doubt.
Oh.
Without a fact.
Without a doubt, or matter of fact, or that's a fact.
I probably got them mixed up.
Without a
Yeah.
fact.
Without a doubt, someone has.
Yeah,
What would it even look like?
It would probably just be like green.
Yeah, it'd just
and-
be a green with a white mask.
I'm just imagining a stegosaurus.
No. It'd probably just be like your
What if-
classic wolf.
What if there became a
I'm so
subset
sick
of
of fucking wolf fursuits.
What if there became a subset of fursuiters who just became dinosaurs? That they
Let's
were
just skin them.
dinosaurs.
Well, you see a lot of like velociraptor ones because they came out with that mask where the mouse moves.
Yeah.
The mouth moves, not mouse.
But no one makes like a full-on fursuits around like scaly things. At least I haven't seen any.
I mean, I haven't seen a full one, but you see a lot of those mask ones.
Yeah. It's
And,
like it's
the
like
finger,
the it's like the
finger
T.
movie things, movers.
Yeah, you just make those out of paper.
Yeah, I know, but Yeah, I guess you don't see a lot of fucking scaly or avian ones for that matter.
Not a lot of bird.
I see bird.
You see bird more often than you see scales.
Yeah.
Because with scaly things, it's like...
It's less appealing to most people, I'd
because
imagine.
it doesn't puff out like hair does.
Especially with bird ones, they always tend to be like humanoid.
I don't fucking...
Yeah.
I'm
Not like fur bodies, but like, female bodies.
I feel like we don't even have the right to speak on this because we aren't furries. We're just monsters.
Yeah.
Because, like, one of the Comic-Cons we went to, I think one of the first or second ones, all three of us went to, I saw someone who was, like, full, like, not, like, full fursuit, but, like, her legs were, like, made to look like hooves and shit like that. And she's, like, wearing, like, pink and blue and shit.
I saw a skunk at the last one.
Yeah, that was a dude.
Sure was.
Who was walking around without the hat.
Wasn't there, like, furries singing on the stage?
Yes!
Yeah. There was.
I remember that. I also remember seeing, like, Siege characters. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never got to give Rook a hug.
How could you let him down like that?
He was on the other side of the venue.
You gotta walk over there!
Every single time we went to go look for him, we just couldn't find him.
We was in the art hall too much.
And yet made it out with not enough.
As always. It's been a long time since we went to a Comic-Con, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Fuck this virus.
Yeah.
Will it even be one this year? I doubt it.
I doubt it. We're
Especially
heading
in
into
London.
another wave. That's why we're backlogging so many of these, because if we get shoved inside again, we can't do this.
They're already talking about the variant after the next variant.
Exactly.
There was like the Delta variant. What's the new one?
They're already talking about the Mu variant.
The Mu variant.
Yeah, Mu, Mu, Mu.
Moo.
That's after Delta.
Yeah.
So.
Mu. It comes from the cows, you see. It's mad cow disease times 2. Times Mu.
Yeah, man.
Not enough cow or 34
Mad
out
cow
there.
disease. You fucking degenerate.
I was hoping that would be louder. If I stood up, it probably would have been.
Damn.
Probably.
No
That's too
farts
lazy.
this episode, I'm afraid.
Do you guys still uphold that tradition when I'm not here?
I think
Eric
I
did at one
I think
point.
I did a pretty good job on the whichever episode we watched. Like, it's kind of a funny story on.
Yeah, the one where it was just us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We never even gave our opinion on that movie.
It was kind of a funny story.
It was okay, I guess.
Which
Not
one?
really my thing. Kind of a funny story.
The fuck's that?
It's some romance movie about a dude who admits himself to a mental hospital.
And then he finds love in it.
Yeah, he finds
Oh,
love.
I think I know a movie. you're
With a
talking
girl
about.
that cuts herself, and Zach Galifianakis is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one part that I remember the most, and I know that Kyle also remembers the most, is when I said, you see, that's the part that's kind of funny.
The whole point of the movie.
There's a bit where a guy was like trying to do an interview to like get a place to live when he got out, and he kind of comes back and sits down. And he's like, "I fucked up the interview. You know, I screwed it up." And he gets like he starts crying. He gets fucking mad. And he goes over to a shelf and starts ripping things off the shelf. And as the fucking
He's like screaming, and like people are
he's
carrying him
screaming
away.
and freaking out. And as the guys come and like go to drag him off, Eric just looks at me and goes, "That's the funny part." Yeah.
You think you guys could be a stunt double? Who do you think you'd be a stunt double for?
Me? It'd have to be like Jack Black.
That'd be a stun double for Tyler.
Someone who's fat. No, because they would know this. Notice the difference.
Put a pillow under my shirt.
There's other differences.
Nah.
What stunt would you be willing to do from a movie?
The one stunt from Big Fat Liar where like they're at the top of the building and the guy just falls down.
I'd probably do either one of those like car stunts or one of those stunts where it's like you're thrown out a window or you're like dragged around on fire or something. I think those would be cool to do.
I always wanted to do the one that Jackie Chan did when he was in The Drunken Master and he crawls across the fire really quickly on his palms. You know that part where he falls in the ash pit?
I don't, because I've never watched it.
Oh, we gotta put it on the list, man. Drunken Master's a great movie.
You guys really see a young Jackie Chan?
I've never seen a Bruce Lee movie either, on the topic of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Bruce Lee.
He's in it. Well,
Yeah.
like, people acting as him in it. And he gets fucked up by Brad Pitt.
Yeah, he was a guy. Oh, he was like, what the?
Oh, right. Because he's not in, like, actually, like, many movies, but there's a lot of movies based around him.
Yeah, because he's an icon.
Like Ip Man 3. Bruce Lee's in that. Not Bruce Lee, but, like, the guy you actually see in Once Upon a Time plays him.
Okay.
But, like, actual Bruce Lee movies, probably, like, the old Green Hornet.
We gotta watch The Raid 2 as well.
Yeah, because we already watched The Raid once. Might as well watch The Raid 2.
Mm-hmm. I actually haven't seen The Raid 2 myself.
Neither have I. I've seen the clip of, like, him in the jail bathroom, and he just beats up everyone. One-man army status over here.
There's
do that
something
a lot.
about those movies that, like...
I just love that guy, because, like, there's a series of movies called, like, Buck, where he's, like, the main star in them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always a different story each one, but, like, he's always such a fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the guy that plays Mad Dog in the first one, and I guess the second one, too.
Who's that?
He's the guy that, like...
Was Mad Dog in the second one?
Okay, sorry, spoiler. He survives. But he's in the second one and the first one, but he's the guy that, like, fucks up the two main guys.
Yeah, he was a black guy.
No, he wasn't the black guy. He fucks up Rama and his brother in the one, like, end fight scene, and they stab him in the throat with the light bulb. He survives that. In the first one. He's that guy. He's also in John Wick. He's one of the guys that, like, keeps kicking him through the skulls.
Oh.
In the third one. He's one of those guys. That actor, he's really fucking cool.
He's good at what he does.
He's also in Star Wars. I think the 7th one. He's one of the guys that gets eaten by, like, the ball tentacle thing on Han Solo's ship.
Oh.
Han Solo?
Yeah. He's in the 7th one.
You said Star Trek.
No, he said Star Wars.
I did say Star Wars.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I thought you said Star Trek.
I mean, unless in editing you find out that you did say Star Trek and we're both wrong, but I'm stupider because I misheard.
That's why I got so confused. I thought you said Star Trek.
No.
I'm gonna stay unbiased now.
Because
I'm not gonna say I'm right. Because I don't know anymore.
Oh, that man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
They fought in, like, the kitchen area.
The
He had, like, his karambits.
Yeah, he had karambits. He didn't have a karambit in the first one.
Yes,
In the first one, they were just unarmed brawling in the torture room. Star Wars: The Force Awakening.
Yeah. That guy. That guy's fucking cool.
He has a brainy dude. One day we will watch The Raid 2.
The Raid 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's the one worst part about, like, all of these different streaming services. It's so hard to find one specific thing when you're looking for it.
Yeah?
Like, it was a war to find the Raid 1. I don't know where I'm going to find the Raid 2. Possibly
Probably
the same place.
Well, it's also probably harder because it's like it's a foreign film as well.
Yes. But that being said, where's the Owl House?
We still don't know.
But yeah, the Ombak movies are really good. The first one is really about, like, a guy who has, like, his best friend's an elephant. And
I've heard about this one.
And the guy, the main enemy takes his elephant because, like, oh, this elephant has really cool, unique tusks. I want him. So it's basically like to knock him out, take his elephant, and the whole point of the movie is him getting his elephant back. Do we actually want to plan on watching this, or should I spoil it now?
You can spoil it because I already know what happens. Actually, maybe don't because Kyle hasn't.
Yeah, I've never heard of the movie, so.
Do you know where to find it?
No. I had it on DVD.
Okay, don't. You have it on DVD?
Had.
Do you still have it?
No.
Damn. Fuck. Okay, save it,
Alright.
but remember.
Can I talk about the second one?
Should we put it on the
There's a
list
second
right
one?
now?
There's 3.
What?
It's like different times.
Is he still trying to find his elephant?
No. It's like different time
Where'd
periods.
you go?
The second one is more like ancient times, and it really shows all different forms of martial arts and shit like that. But he's just like a fucking hermit, and like he bumps into like obviously like your stereotypical like trying to be a badass, and he tries to fight him. But like halfway through the fight, he gets knocked into like some pots that have alcohol in him, so he just goes. Oh, just becomes the fucking drunken master and just beats up everyone.
What a fucking G.
And that was the intro.
Nice.
Ends fucked up. Cause like the end is basically like, if you go down this path of revenge, this is what happens. But if you go down the path of enlightenment, this is what happens. It's pretty cool.
Do you guys think you're capable of revenge?
Not really.
Depends
What would make it depend?
on
How much I've lost.
what caused the revenge.
Like, I feel like I could be in one of those just one bad day is all it takes
Listen.
scenarios.
How much I've lost?
What you lost is I walked into your house, you're mid-drawing, and I just delete everything and run away.
I will hunt you down.
Oh shit!
You see? It's been...
You broke the internet! Bro!
Did you kill it? Where is it?
Did he survive?
I don't know.
There he is!
You fucking heathens, you're afraid? That's been happening around me constantly. I've even told you about it. I told you about the spiders
I was
caressing
not
down.
expecting it to happen to us. Oh, there it is.
Where is he?
Right beside Kyle.
Get out of the way. Would you like to pet him?
Where is he? No.
There he is.
Come here, my friend. Where'd he go?
You're the one with your hands on him.
Come on.
He's fucking fast.
You can go here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See?
What the fuck?
I picked him up. He's over there.
Yeah.
Okay, for the viewers, a spider came down from the ceiling and it scared
See,
them.
no, he did it! He's literally
What?
right fucking there.
Is there a second?
There's probably... They
Where?
have kids.
Right there.
Right there. Come here. Fucking animal. Bye-bye.
I wasn't crazy, I swear.
See, there he is. Right there.
God.
Alright, bottom line, Eric lives amongst the fucking insects.
They're arachnids.
Yeah, I fucking know. I don't fucking care.
Oh, I thought you liked the spider dance, Kyle.
It was one of my favorite tracks.
Anyway, spider came down from the ceiling and they got scared. That happens a lot around here.
That's just what it's like down here in the dungeon.
Spiders can break the edict because they kill other animals. I allow them to.
That was just so weird. I go to look over at Kyle and it's like rushing down.
Coming down, breakneck speeds.
It would have kept going if you didn't notice it. You scared him.
It scared me.
Circle of violence.
Tyler, look at how big you are compared to that thing. It was horrifying.
I don't care.
Poor bastard.
I was gonna kill if Kyle didn't hit it.
Kyle hit it! You hit my
He
friend.
went like this. I was going to go.
I knew its grandmother.
And you know what? I bet she a bitch.
I'm glad she's dead.
Why are you so mean to my spiders?
Because I see enough of them invading my own home.
What do you do to them?
I killed him.
Well, usually I can't reach them, so they just scamper around the ceiling.
You know why none of them bite me?
Because the
Why?
etiquette.
Because I am an ancient being that they respect.
Eric's lived through like
I
10
have-
generations of
Do
spiders.
you know how many I've saved from my sinks? They tell their friends.
Bro, they're trying to fucking kill themselves, bro.
No, they aren't. They just get caught. They get caught in their own loop of sinkage. And I save them. You know what I do? I just put my hand out, they crawl on it, and I put them on the floor, and I'm like, bye-bye, I knew your mom.
Oh, Tyler's ready for the next one.
In case, I'm going to go, oh.
You're gonna stab Kyle?
If I have to. He's just a casualty of war.
Just in the way.
No, it's just going to slowly come down and it's going to go.
I don't get it. Why are people so afraid of spiders?
Okay, I'm not.
Gross
I
and
wasn't
weird.
scared. Okay, I was scared.
You screamed!
But it
I've
came.
never seen you stand up so fast.
It just came out of nowhere. Like, if I saw it crawling here, sure, fine. But it was right here.
They do that so much around me.
That was, like, the first time it happened to
Like,
me,
I'll
though.
be playing Red Dead, and, like, that's happened 3 times. 3 times. You were in the party for 2 of them. And I just look over, oh,
he's just pulling.
I help them down. I love my friends.
But still, man, it was
They
fun.
kill flies. You see, you know why I like spiders? They don't make sounds. Flies do. They kill flies. They don't disturb my sleep. I eat them in my sleep, so what? Protein.
Protein.
You ate the grandmother.
I probably did. That was her giving thanks.
Return to nature.
To be nourishment for, like, 2 seconds.
I had like 3 of the baby ones, like, climb down when I was in the shower once. And I turned the shower off and I picked them up and put them outside.
Well, you know what? You're just a saint.
Fucking monster.
I won't do that for any other bug.
Did you stomp any other bug?
Yes.
Yeah?
What'd you end up doing with the ladybug?
I just left it. There was a
You
ladybug.
denied the council?
No, I didn't deny the council. I just used my own accord because this is my domain.
But why would you ask for the council's help and not answer?
I wanted a second opinion.
And my opinion was kill.
Why would you kill a ladybug, though?
Because they're not... That one's not a good one. That's the...
What dictates a good ladybug and not a good ladybug?
the color.
The color? So you're a racist.
No. Maybe. The red ones are the good ones. Those ones act like ladybugs, but not actually ladybugs.
Well, I picked it up and it didn't do anything.
Because it can't harm you.
Are you saying it was an imposter?
I'll fucking kill you.
Was it sus?
When ladybug is sus.
What?
What? I've never seen ladybug porn.
I have.
I have.
Nice. Was it good?
It was weird seeing the man, like, open up the wings and hold them as he rammed it from behind.
Beetle-like creatures.
Where are we at now?
I'll stab.
Time to end.
I'll stab multiple ants though with my fucking.
That's not stabbing, that's stomping.
No. I curve my toenails.
You just get
downwards.
soccer shoes,
I curve my like
fucking
monkey,
cleats.
my like fucking monkey finger toenails downwards and stab them one by one. Bing, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding.
What's a song?
A composition of words that rhyme, arrayed with beats.
You can't do this to me.
Not all the words rhyme. Typically, at the end of the verse, the words rhyme.
That's very cool, Tyler. But what is a song? What is a man? but a miserable pile of rhyming words.
But enough talk. How about you?
My, oh my, I have found you, Tyler. Don't you run from me, little Tyler. You are not fast enough.
No, because I'm fat.